So, maybe rather stupidly, I decided that I was going to make a video on all the shitty DLCs I'd seen recently. And to do that, I was going to grab footage from the new Deadly Sins set of downloadable content from Hitman 3. Specifically, the Greed Pack. Now, I am fully aware of the irony. It's not lost on me. That's exactly why I chose the Greed Pack. I thought it would be funny and poignant, but halfway through checking out the other game's pointless and overpriced DLC, I realised it wasn't funny, and that Hitman 3 had really fucking done me dirty. The Sins DLCs aren't just quick cash grabs to exploit people with more money than sense. Me, of course, being neither. I have very little money and next to no sense. They're actively trying to deceive potential buyers into thinking that the DLCs are bigger and better than they actually are. For context, there are going to be 7 pieces of Sins DLC. Obviously, themed around the 7 deadly sins. Each sold for around £5 each. So what does £5 whole get you? A slightly shinier suit and a slightly shinier gun.
Thanks. You forgot your
shiny gun.
That's alright.
I insist. On the table by the bathroom.
There's some other fluff in there too, but it's the suit and the gun that hold up this borderline scam sale. £5. £5 of real money. For the same amount of money it costs you to get 3 slightly different suits, you can buy Stardew Valley. For another, maybe better example, you could get Hitman Contracts and Hitman Silent Assassin for the same price as only 3 of the Deadly Sins DLCs. The value for money the Sins DLC offers is dogshit. Around £35 worth of new content and not a single new location in sight. I don't know about you guys, but when I play a Hitman game, I'm looking to explore an area, find my target, and put them down in a subtle, yet also very extreme way. Not put on a fashion show. Alright, fine, yeah, on occasion I'll do the fashion show thing, but it's not often. What I'm saying is Square Enix really missed the point of Hitman when it decided that fancy suits and a map reskin is what the players want. And if you love this stuff, if you bought the bundle for all 7 and you're eagerly waiting for the next new released pack, great! I am so glad you're having fun with it. I still think you're being taken advantage of them. And some people might be thinking, well, it's not the only game doing it. And you're right. Almost every new game you can buy right now is trying to screw you over and take more money away from you for practically nothing in return. The Hitman 3 DLC is merely a prime example of game publishers forcing their devs to throw together any old shit and cram it into their game. But they're not the only greedy boys in this business. Yeah, this is basically going to be a video on shit DLCs, so buckle in for that. There are plenty different kinds of shameful DLC. So let's start with potentially the most annoying. Publishers promising to fix a game, then adding DLC before they've even started to fix anything. The best personal example I can think of for this category is Ark Survival Evolved. Now, I happen to know a lot of people that swear by this game, and to be fair, I don't have any problem with it as a game, but I think it's pretty clear we'd all be liars if we said that Ark was technically sound. Now, again, to be fair, Ark has seen a good amount of post-launch support since its release on Early Access in 2015. That, however, does not excuse the £30 Genesis DLC or the £30 Extinction DLC. We already paid that to get the base game, so I'd like the base game to work before you start selling your next broken project, please. Oh yeah, we're getting Ark 2. I don't think they give a shit anymore. Generation Zero is another game in a similar vein to Ark, in the sense that the game runs like shit, and has run like shit since day one. And yet, I still keep finding the goddamn Alpine Unrest add-on in my suggested section. If I give
Avalanche Studios
another £5 for some more quickly thrown together copy-paste robot shooting, is the rest of Generation Zero going to magically work? I don't fucking think so. World War Z is a nice little Left 4 Dead style zombie shooter. I honestly love the game, and at first glance, it seems innocent enough. £4 for some shitty weapon skins, in a game where nobody gives a shit about weapon skins. Alright, maybe that's not a big deal. World War Z is about shooting zombies, not about looking cool while doing it. Sea of Thieves, on the other hand, is about being a pirate, and very much about looking cool doing it. So it absolutely fucking baffles me that almost every single piece of worthwhile clothing is locked off behind a paywall. Whose greedy fucking idea was that? The only pirates here are rare. What is the point of spending hours looting booty if I can't buy a dog with the in-game currency afterwards? Sea of Thieves is an okay game that would be a great game if there was anything worth doing in it, and that is solely the fault of the microtransactions. Some games do this to an almost acceptable level. Dead by Daylight, for instance, doesn't lock you out of playing games with others if you don't cough up your extra pocket money. But that doesn't stop it from shaking you down if you want to dress your default character in a slightly different shade of red. Speaking of dressing your character, why do interchangeable ladies with massive tits seem to sell like hotcakes? I get it, sex sells and people out there are horny. But if you want to get your socks off, I'd suggest hopping onto Google and doing it for free. Apparently, I'm in the minority here though, because the Dead or Alive games have used whatever profit their DLC makes to turn selling different booby holders into an art form. How is there this much variety for bikini DLC? What happened to the days of selling shoulder boulders for free? Back in 2009, for the low price of absolutely nothing, the Saboteur let you remove the nipple tassels of Nazi-occupied strippers. So why does it now cost around £776 to get all the DLC for just Dead or Alive 6? Didn't think I'd get this riled up about boobs. There's so many countless examples of video game publishers taking the complete piss with their DLC. I'm not even going to mention FIFA and all the bullshit gambling aspects that get tacked onto DLC. Look, I don't mean this video to be all preachy, but I think it is worth remembering that if you demand better quality and better value for your money, companies will give it to you, but you've just got to resist the shiny suits first. I blame all of you that bought that goddamn horse armor. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're feeling generous, we'd really appreciate any likes you're willing to give. And also, let us know what the stupidest DLC you've ever bought is. Mine is the Hitman 3 DLC. But I did have a friend that actually paid money for the alternative costumes in Dead Island Riptide, a game that is quite apparently first person. Also, the costumes barely changed anything. Anyway, let us know all that stuff you want to share in the comments below, and thank you again for watching. Cheers. And to do that, I was gonna grab footage from Hitman 3's new deadly. And to do that, I was gonna grab footage from Hitman 3's new Deadly Sins set of down. Fuck me.